Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back to the channel. My name is MrBattlecharge, and I will be your host. Today, we are going to play Banished. This is a fun base-building indie game developed by Shining Rock, and we are just going to jump right in here and have a blast. There we go. So the premise of this game, for those of you who don't know, you start off with a few families, and basically you have been expelled from wherever it is you used to come from, and now you guys have to set out and start a life of your own. So you can see here, you just start. In this case, I start off on the medium setting, so all you start off is with a storage barn, a stockpile full of some resources, and you have to kind of go from there. The easier setting, you get a couple of houses, you get some farm animals. In the harder setting, all you get is a wheelbarrow with very minimal resources. So in this case, what we want to do right off the bat, we're going to need to get some housing, we're going to need to get some food, so that way we can survive through the winter. Winter will be our biggest problem for year one. We also need to worry about getting some firewood going, because we are going to need to keep warm during the winter. So firewood, food, houses. These should be our top three priorities for right now. Let's set up here so that way we can see the map. A lot of deep water. Taking away all my space. Some jobs and our general overview. Orlovilia. Alright, we can handle that. So we have 16 people here. You can see 10 adults, 6 children. We don't have any students because we don't have a school yet. So what I'm looking at here, you seem to be isolated right here next to this lake. We're going to want to build a bridge over here at some point. There seems to be like a lot of flat area. Probably use this as a good farming section for the future. For our immediate needs, I think what we'll do, we'll clear out most of this space up here, and we'll turn that into the workshop area, and maybe down here we'll start getting our homes going. We'll probably get this area turned into our first, what do they call it? Forester Lodge area. A little small for my liking. Maybe we'll go more like this. We'll get the bridge going there, so that way they can hop across, maximize the space. I think down here will be our next. This is where we should move towards for our foresting area. 3 in here. 1, 2, something like that. And the third one over here. Maximize all the space. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So we'll start. We're going to clear out some of the resources here, all the stones and the iron. I don't want to go this far. Iron. That. And we'll clear out all resources. Food-wise, we're going to want a couple fishing docks around here, because they will provide a good source of food income for the winter time. So we have one there, and we have another one here. Perfect. We'll get a second stockpile going. Second storage barn there. Perfect. And for the immediate need of food, we'll go with a farm. Like that. So we'll set some priorities. Farm should be first. Also the expanded area there. We have beans, cabbage. Perfect. Start with the beans. So a lot of this game is going to be managing your resources. Happiness will come with variety. If you have different kinds of food, you'll be happy. If you have different kind of tools, different kind of clothing, you'll be happy. And also buildings will increase happiness. Having a chapel, having a cemetery where they can go and grieve, those will increase happiness. So you can see for our first year, we're doing okay for now. Our resource gathering is going well. We will need to start building our forester lodge here relatively soon. That. There we go. And we will need a woodcutter. Put that. Where do we think? Like that. There we go. Get some roads going. More about the specifics of them later. So by the time late summer, we want to already have our housing laid out. So that way, during autumn, we will be able to get the houses built. So they'll be ready in time for winter. If winter comes and we don't have all those houses done, all my homeless people here have nowhere to go, we're going to be in some deep trouble. So let's hope it doesn't come to that. Hooray! At my limits. I like to make these a little aggressive. Basically adding a 0 to each one, except for the raw resources, we had 2 zeros. Grab the bucket, please. So I can get this. house these ones for now, I think. These 8 houses will be a great start. Don't need to worry too much about them. Also, this fishing place going up too. Let's go as an extra set. All in all, not that bad of a start. Actually, one of the better ones I've had. I like that we were able to get a Forester Lodge going right next to our base. I know this is early game. It probably won't be there much longer. Also, the fact that I'm already at 8 houses. Usually I get 6, which is just enough for my people. Having 8, I have enough for some of the families to expand out already once they turn from kids to adults at the age of 10. You can see they'll start making a life for themselves. So we got the girl and guy here separated, but won't worry too much of it. Well, too much on it at this point. We'll worry about getting this up later. It's not a necessity at this point. In the second storage barn, once we get into some mass food production, we will need it, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Some more unit. We'll use this one as a secondary, so when spring comes around and we get the... Speaking of spring coming around, here, we'll get you out of here for now, so we can get you out to clearing out all this shit. Clear this out so I can get farms going. Get you out 2 for now, just so you can help. Alright, year 2 objectives. We are going to need to get a blacksmith. Our tool reserve will also become an issue. Tools, when our people use tools, it makes them more efficient. And about efficiency means I'll have more output per person, which will really help drive us forward. So let's look at that going. 15 by 15 there. Then we'll get another 15 by 15. Where's the extent of this? Just think I can get one down here maybe. Priorities here and here. Blacksmith over here. You're gonna go there. Boom. It will be cabbage. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 foresters. A woodcutter. There we go. No fish for the time being, but that's alright. We can deal with that. No stone. Some stone over here. Some stone over here. A lot of iron around. That's surprising. Well, I think the fact that I have little to no stone is the real surprising one. I think we'll get this going up. Turn that to a priority. Right now we're just doing planning over here, we're getting plants over here, which we would love to have. There's a lot of stone over there. like having the two-step system at the beginning, having your farms and having your fisheries, because what will happen is you're not going to get output from this until, you know, late summer to autumn, depending on what you're growing. Fisheries can be all the time, but also, you know, you do your thing, you have them here the whole time. They collect. What they do when they're done is they become regular laborers, or you can switch them off and have them do fishery duty in the meantime. So for late autumn and all winter, they'll be fishing. Helps get a little bit of variety for your people. As you can see, we got some fish and we got some vegetables. Nice to have a nice hearty diet. That'll help increase our health, which will in turn increase happiness. Always good. A happy little town is a happy little town there. We go. Bridge is almost done. Ah, bridge is done. Perfect. Alright guys, now that we have survived year 2, I think we're going to cut the episode here. We will continue year 3 and year 4 in the next episode. We've done fairly well so far. You can tell we have a good food storage going on here. We made it through the winter with some additional firewood going. We're a little low on stone, which we'll have to fixate on later, but you know, we got a bunch out here, so I'm not too worried at this point. There's still a little bit up here too as well. In fact, we might be able to get like a quarry going on around here. Not my greatest idea I've ever had, but we'll have to get one somewhere at some point. So stay tuned for next week's episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a like and a subscribe, and leave your comments down in the below. I love reading them. Any questions, comments, concerns you might have, I'll try my hardest to answer them. Thanks again for watching, and see you next week.